think this one, I'm hoping a lot of you will watch it because it's quite a nasty arithmetic question and it's not done in the same way that you usually do it in. So like I said, I'm hoping a lot of you will actually come back and watch this video because I've got a feeling that a lot of you. So let's go through it quite slowly. We've got starting term A and common difference D. So it's already nasty because they don't tell you what A and D are. They tell you the sum of the first 20 terms, so S20, is equal to 3,500, and that becomes A plus 12D is equal to 144. And yeah, that's quite a nasty opening question. What you've got to do is take this equation, or this thing here, and write out the equation. So if you remember right, the equation is going to be basically n divided by 2 times by 2a plus n minus 1 d, and that's it. And you just simplify it now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So that should give me 7,000. There we are. So 7,000 is equal to n. I know what n is because I'm using this, so it's 20. So 25, and that's times by 2a and plus 24d. Next thing I'm going to do is divide both sides by 25. So 7,000 divided by 25 gives me 280. And that's equal to 2a plus 24d. Last but not least, divide by 2. And that gives me 140 is equal to a plus 14d. So all of that was to do with algebra and knowing this equation here. So you've got to be very careful about these types of questions because if I just gave you this here and asked you to rearrange or simplify, I think a lot of you could have done it. But just because it was using your understanding of arithmetic sequences and particularly the sum of, that's basically what made it tricky. All of a sudden they say the fifth term is 100, and again this is another tricky question. Let's go to this equation. U5 is equal to 100, but we've got an equation for that, which is basically a plus 4d, and that's it right there. And we've got two equations now. We've got this one and we've got the one that we just worked out, so it's going to be simultaneous equations. We've got to find out what a and d are now. So let's do that. Whoa, what's happening there? So yeah, I've got basically 100. Let's call that equation 1 and call this equation 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do equation 1 minus equation 2 because I've got a here and I've got an a here. So if I do a minus a, it gives me 0. So 140 minus 100, that's equal to 40. And that's going to be equal to basically 14 minus 4, so 10d. So our common difference is going to be 4. Substitute that back in. A is going to be, so let's see, 4 times 4 is 16, so 100 minus 16 is 84. Oh, mouse. There it is. 84. And that's it. I can double check it by substituting into that equation right here, or this one here. So let's do it. So 84 plus 14 times 4, and it gives me 140. So I'm positive that this is correct. Part C is the one I think you're all going to hate. The nth term of the series is un. Given that this mess is equal to this right here, find the value of this thing here. So the first thing I'm going to do is basically this. I'm going to replace all of this, or this first sigma, with S25, because that's what it's asking me to do. It's the sum of the first 25 terms. I'm going to replace this sigma with something else. I'm going to replace it with SK, because it's asking me to sum up to the first k terms. I don't know what it is, but as an S, that's SK. So times that by 33, and that is equal to 67 times, and if you look here, we've also got an SK here as well, so it's SK. Now the actual question is find out what this sigma is, but what will make it a lot easier is find the value of SK. So we've got SK here, we've got SK here, and we also have S25. We worked out if we were given S25. S25 is this number here. So 33 times basically 3,500 minus SK is equal to 67 SK. So now it's actually a really easy question. It's just simple algebra. 33 times 3,500 is this massive number here. Whoa, double, double, double. We got double pairs, 3 pairs. That's pretty cool. Minus 33 SK is equal to 67 SK. So I need to do 67 minus 33. I get the following. So 115500 is equal to 34 SK. Divide by 34. 115500 divided by 34. I get the following. Now, it's a bit odd because there's a decimal, and I'm not sure if that's correct or not. So I'm going to just double check. 33 times. That's definitely it. Yeah, I'm quite positive about this. So divided by 34. So I do have a decimal. I wasn't really expecting a decimal. So SK is equal to 3397.0588, blah 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 blah. So I'm going to round up to 3397. I'm going to round up to that. But yeah, that's the end of the question. Let's mark it. We're on purple or indigo. Let's go indigo. Question 6. So the first mark is for basically substitution into the equation. So where is it? So there we are, substitution into the equation, first mark. Next, just basically simplifying. In fact, no, you get the first method mark for this line here. So not even a substitution. So you can see it here, not even a substitution. Getting a substitution and doing some simplification, that gives you the next mark. So not right here, but probably more down here. So here's some simplification, so method mark. And then get into the basically shelled out part. So a plus 12d is equal to 144. There it is. So there's your a mark there. It's a shelled out question, so they're expecting you to get to that. Next bit is basically, I hate this math. Is to find the fifth term. So fifth term is a plus 4d. A plus 4d. There we are. That gives you one method mark. Next bit is basically doing this here. So we've got 8d is equal to. Oh, wait. First method mark is using simultaneous equations, I think. No, this bit here. Using simultaneous equations gives you next mark. So here is simultaneous equations. So that'll give me a method mark. And then they've got 8d equal to 40. I've messed up. That should be an 8. How did I get that wrong? So 14 minus 4d, that works. Why doesn't that work? D plus 12d is 140. Yeah, I got that. Oh, wait. Oh, man. Take a step back. I screwed this bit up. I didn't get that mark. So I got 2 out of 3 here. And the reason why I didn't get that mark is because of this bit here. I can't halve 24. So that should be a 12. In fact, they tell us it's 12. They say it's 12 right here. So I messed up big time on that. Because I messed this bit up, I wouldn't get any of these marks anymore because although I did 14 minus 4, that does give you 10. It should have been 12 minus 4, so that should have been 8. So I got the method mark for the simultaneous equations. I didn't get any of these marks here. So that's nasty. So I lost 1 mark for D, and I lost 1 mark for A. So I only got 2 out of 4 there. Bollocks, how many marks have I lost? 3. And then I lost 2 marks previously, so I've lost 5 marks so far. Oh man. Next question is as follows. So we've got 33 times basically 350. So not 350, 3,500. So this bit here. And they've got sigma here and sigma here, but I've replaced it with SK and SK. So I've got the first method mark. Next bit is they've done this times this is equal to this plus this. I've messed up again. I've got this bit here. I've times it out, so it's. I'd say no, I wouldn't get that mark because I need to have the correct rearrangement. So I've not rearranged it yet, so I wouldn't get the mark here. So how many marks? I've only got 1 out of 3. And let me show you where I went wrong. It's minus 33 here. So I forgot about the minus here. So instead of 67 minus 33, it should have been 67 plus 33. Now I knew I'd gone wrong because of this bit here. You remember me saying it's a decimal. Why is it a decimal? So I knew that had to be a whole number, but I sort of just went along with it. So I probably should have double checked my working out and realized that was a negative. So I had to do basically 67 plus 33. So I went completely wrong here. So I've only got 1 out of 3. So that's stupid. That's being dumb today. Anyway, I'll do it now actually because it should be alright now. So 115500 is equal to this plus this. So that should have been 100 SK. So SK should have been 11550 instead. So let's double check. No, because I can't divide by 100 and divide by 100. It's 1155. Bollocks. Yeah, that's it. I'm moving on. How many marks have I lost so far? I've lost 7 marks so far. That's pretty bad. Yeah, good luck, guys. Move on to question 7.